I'm not sure if this was a win or a fail, but I did an experiment with a lighted canvas this week. I took one of my weeding tools from my cutting machine, and I poked holes in a stretch canvas version of my Joy Christmas tree painting. For some reason, I thought there needed to be a hole, but I've seen other people who just put it behind the canvas and it tends to light up. And I had some wine bottle cork legs I wanted to use, so what I did is I used some double-sided tape to put the cork in the corner on the wood frame, and then I used masking tape to tape the lights in front of the little holes. This worked pretty well. It wasn't the best. The holes weren't super big, and so it looked unfinished, I thought. So there's how the back was. When you turn it around, not too bad. I mean, it's kind of cute. I kind of like it. But I really wanted to try little LED lights that would poke through the holes and make the lights look like they were on the tree itself. So I ripped off the tape and I got a different style. These were from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to try those. So I used some double-sided tape on that and stuck that to the wood frame. And then I tried to take the actual light and poke it through the holes I already had, but they were actually too big for the hole. I'm just getting desperate now. I took some scissors and really made the hole pretty big so I could poke it through, and there it was. It actually worked. And imagine my audible gasp when I realized these lights were red. I thought they were white when I bought them, but you know what? I went with it. I'm gonna call it a happy accident because it matches the tree anyway. So then I put it back on my easel and I ended up widening each of the holes to put them through. And I ended up with kind of a really wonky situation. They were kind of clunky, so see how gravity is pulling them down? So to attach them better, I don't know if I would suggest this, but I used a tiny dot of hot glue to hold each of them in place. This did work, thankfully. It didn't melt the lights. I was not sure, so I wouldn't suggest trying this, but I did see other people do it on YouTube, so we tried what YouTube suggested. Just a tiny dot of glue to hold them in place. And this is what it ended up looking like. So I let it cool down and dry completely, and then when you turned it on, this is what it looked like. So, I don't know. I actually kind of think it's cute, especially with the red lights, but I'm still not sure if this is a win or a fail. I'd love to see if anybody else has done lighted canvases because this was definitely just a spur-of-the-moment idea. To hang it on the wall, I realized it would be much easier to tape down the loose ends too, so I ended up using masking tape to tape down all those edges as well. What do you think? Would you try this? Let me know in the comments if you have any tips or tricks because this was definitely an experiment.